Hello, hello, my crafty friends. This is Annemarie Julian Wetzel, Stampin' Up demonstrator. Thanks so much for joining. Tonight I have a fun creative activity for you guys, but I am just checking here to see that I am live. I know I'm a minute early, so if you are here, say hello. There I am. So, like I said, I know I am a minute early. Going a little bit closer here. So, perfect. Straighten this out. All right. Have you guys seen any of the aurora lights? It's crazy how the pictures that I've been seeing. I wish we would get some good vivid lights of aurora down here in Florida, although some people have said they've seen some color in the Titusville area. So, but this is my inspiration tonight. This is one of the things that I'm not actually, well, I am kind of working with this, but this inspired me today. So hello, Kathleen. Hello, Sharon. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. So tonight I am actually doing a color challenge. So that's what your creative activity is. You don't have to use my colors though. I am primarily using 3 colors. White and black also can be added. So your creative activity tonight will be what colors you want. Choose 3 colors, including white and black, are eligible. And that's what your creative activity is. I'm going to be doing a scrapbook layout. And what drove me to this inspiration or this idea was, again, I love these colors, and I was trying to think, like, how can I incorporate these colors into something? And then, because I did a card class using all of snowflakes, but these were my extras because I used the negative part on the card. So I have literally tons, if you can see. So I'm definitely going to be doing more inspiration. But I was like, what am I going to do with all of these? And I reached out to my neighbor who lives across the street. She has 2 little boys, Mason and Blake. I remembered their names. And they've gone skiing for the past couple of years. I'm like, hey, you got any Christmas or snow pictures? Not Christmas, snow pictures. So she sent me some, so we'll be working on a layout for that. Before I get started, though, with the creative activity, and I will share lots of things, I do want to show you guys the 2 new kit collections. I do have a video posting later this week on a bunch of the kit collections. So Stampin' Up has challenged us demonstrators, and I love when they give us some challenges, and that is, it's called the Kit It. So our goals are to sell 10 kits, and those are the brown box kits. These fun brown box kits. So it doesn't actually just include the brown box kits. It's also scrapbooking workshop. So any kit technically that we sell, we will earn an exclusive designer series paper. So I wanted to show though the 2 newest kits. And this is Everyday Beauty. And again, the pictures, and I know I've shared the pictures, they don't really do this justice. So here are the 3 cards. It has a gold foil. This one does come with a stamp set. And so you can stamp your sentiment in. This is a layered on top of the gold foil. It has leaf ferns on here and a fine gold thread included. But what's fun is this embellishment that is like a resin, and it's raised, and it looks like one of those waxed stamps, right? So all of the cards include this resin on here, but they're beautiful. Love these colors. I love it with the gold. Celebrate today and every day. And then here, thanks for all you do. So, and I believe there's an extra sentiment on here as well. I don't have that handy, that stamp set, but they always give you extra sentiments to make it your own as well. So that, again, is Everyday Beauty. And then this is a fun one. And as much as I love these cards, and I really, really love the colors, I am planning on doing a scrapbook workshop kit with this. So this is called Adventure Awaits. I knew that, but I don't know why I couldn't think of it. So a fun card. All of these are popped up, dimensional, additional die cuts added to here, the balloons, the luggage. Love that Corvette. Driving by to say hello. And then cruising to another year. So definitely good for a birthday. I love it has the vellum that you add in the back. I added the surfboard and the additional luggage, and then a die cut with the palm tree. Again, all of it dimensional. And then this one here, let the adventure begin. So perfect for somebody starting a new job or graduating. So, you know, whatever their new adventure would be. We think of adventure, we automatically think vacation, right? But again, this has the evergreen tree here, a vellum behind that truck, and then the packages and the suitcases in the back, right? Love these two new kits. So if you're interested, be sure to take advantage of them. Because of our incentive, they most likely will sell out, but most likely they will bring them back too. But I'm glad I haven't seen them sell out yet. Okay, so who else do we have here? Hey, Peggy, thanks for joining. Brianna's here. Colleen, welcome. And Julie and Laura, hello. Okay, so this is, all right, so if you guys joined late, let me just repeat a little bit. The Create and Craft tonight is all based on a color challenge. So I often do a color challenge. My colors, I'm going to choose 3 colors. They are Peacock, Pretty Peacock, and the Blueberry Bushel and Gorgeous Grape, I think, are the colors. So I'm kind of highlighting this. This paper is gorgeous. It kind of is like, I love these colors. How can I incorporate it? I am using some of these. I'm using the back side of this paper for some of my lettering here. And I have most of the layout prepped, but I wanted to show you how I got to where I did. The other inspiration was I had all these snowflakes from a card class that I had. So I needed something to use all of these snowflakes with. So let's get started. Here is the layout that I'm using. It's from Scrapbook Generation. So this is the template that I'm using. If you are part of my Scrap and Roll page, which is you are on right now, but those of you who may be watching this on YouTube later, come and join us. I will post this template on the Scrap and Roll page. So in case you want to replicate your layout or for this week's challenge or for at any time, right? But here is the layout that we're going to be using. And let me get started here. So I have, again, like I said, I have started the layout and I've adhered many items to it, not everything. So I will be assembling part of it here, but I am using the snowflakes, right? So there is the Elegant, I believe it's Elegant Snowflakes paper. Love this paper. So, and here is the Pretty Peacock. So I'm bringing that in with this here. Then this paper though, this is from, I can tell you in a second. Nope, not the Botanical. It'll come to me. Peace on Earth. That's it. I knew it would come to me. I had all of these. I gotta write these things down because I go through it all, and then as I start talking to you, I forget them. So I actually combined the 2 paper packets, the paper suites together. I had some white glitter paper I'm adding in here, and I'll talk about the pictures. But one of the things is the title. So last week I had some fun with doing some texture, and we're going to do some texture again tonight for this layout. So I have the title pre-cut, but I just wanted to walk through this again and how I did it. And this won't have as many textured elements in it, but I wanted to just walk through. I have so much fun with the brayer. So I'm going to do that again. For my title, I am mixing 3 colors. And again, it is Blueberry Bushel. I'm actually doing the Highland Heather. The Gorgeous Grape was a little bit too dark, but this is lighter version of the Gorgeous Grape. So it's still giving me my purple tone. And then the Pretty Peacock. So these are my 3 colors that I'm choosing. So again, the creative activity for this week would be to choose 3 colors, share what 3 colors, what are your favorite 3 color combinations to put together and create a card and or layout for the project, and then post it on the page, post it in the comments. Okay. So again, I am using the brayer. So along with me here, I do have a wet, very loved mat here. And then also I have my paper towel to help wipe down. So my chamois is very, very loved. All right, so I'm going to start out with the Blueberry Bushel. I'm just running this through, and I do have an all-purpose mat or a big piece of paper if you have that, and I am just going to run this in a variety of directions, and maybe that way. All right, and then again I am just gonna try to get the excess off on my paper towel. Then I'm going to run it on my wet chamois over here. Again, run that. And I'm just, because I don't want to contaminate my other ink pads. Okay, so now I'm going to go with the Highland Heather. Whoa. Come back here. And I'm just going to go there. In there. So I still have some spots left to do, but don't you like that texture? It's just so fun. And again, those 2 colors are great together. So again, using the brayer, your best use of it is rolling it always forward, going back and forth like this. To clean it is fine, but when you're in your ink pad, then you're not going to get a full coverage on your brayer. So just a little tip there. Again, I'm just cleaning this off. And now I'm just going to add in some Pretty Peacock. And I don't really have much to add in, but let's go there. And bring it across there. I do have a little bit down there. Let's get that covered. All right, so there is the texture. And look at all of the different, the way the rolls just cross each other over, the inconsistency of it. I love that. It's just so fun doing that. Oh, Kathy says no Aurora tonight, huh? That's too bad. I've seen some amazing pictures. All right. So I have cleaned off my brayer. I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to close these up. We are done with our inking for tonight. Excuse me. But there is one other thing that I want to add to it this time, and that is I am just going to do some glossy spray. Do you remember our glossy spray? So I am just going to shake this up. I'm going to get a box, and I'm going to splatter because I wanted like that white snowy effect. I actually tried it with the pigment ink, taking the white pigment ink and adding some water to it, but it actually ended up being translucent. So this worked out best when I was playing around. And as you know, splattering can become very messy. So I take my pizza box and I have the back up here so it does not splatter on anything. Now this is actually probably clogged. I have not used it, but when I do my splatter, I just twist this and take this off. But you can hear that ball rolling. That means that it's all shaken up. If it was silent, you're just going to keep on shaking it until you hear that and make sure that you get it. So this is where and why I actually ended up doing the letters, because this part is going to take a little bit time to dry. So, but I am just going to take this out, and I am, can you see that? Let me bring it in a little bit closer for you, but then I'll have to remember to bring it out. So you can see that splatter happening. And the reason I didn't add more texture to this is because I'm cutting out letters. So you're not going to see all of those other textures that you've seen me do in the past. And if you're not familiar with that video, I will add that link to it. Let's add a little bit more because I'm going to use this. You know, since there's 2 boys, I will probably make a page for each of them. They do have another trip that they went on. This one was more of a sledding trip, and then the other one was a skiing. So, but you can see that this is splattering all over. I want to get a little bit over here. There we go. All right, so I'm going to close this up. And I'm going to set this aside to dry, but then we'll get the page ready. But look how, again, this is wet. I don't want to smudge it. But look how fun that is, adding the splatter onto all of those colors, right? You guys like these colors too? I am a fan of them. Okay. So I'm going to take this here, wipe this down. Just going to spray some water on here because as I was using that brayer, we went off the paper, right? So just want to get this cleaned up and dried off. All right. Nice and clean, right? All right. So here is the left side of my page. So this again is the Peace on Earth paper pack. Actually, it's upside down. It doesn't matter because I wanted to use a soft neutral. So let me bring this out a little bit so you can see the whole page again. All right, give that time to, let me bring it a little bit more. There we go. All right, let me just see if I have any comments too. All right, so again, here it was the, I believe it's called Elegant Pine Snowflake. Actually, I have it right here. Ha ha ha. So you can see all my papers there. And it is the Elegant Pine Snowflakes. See, I was close. Oh, so all these names. Okay, so here is the layout. This I cut at 4 1/4 inches. This is a 12 by 12 piece of paper. And you're going to see the remaining of it on the right side. And then these are my base, is my base tape. So I am just going to come down probably about 2 inches from the bottom and place that. And then I'll line that up with my second, with the right side when we're ready to do that. And then again, I wanted to just add some sparkle, some shimmer. You could have put, I could have put anything on here, but again, I'm going to take my silicone mat and just run that down, and that is going to probably maybe 1/2 inch on the top, just add to that. Okay, so I have these cute little guys. So Blake is the older one. And look at this little cutie in the snow. Like, it must have been his first time and he just didn't know what to do with himself. So I matted these with the blueberry bushel and the gorgeous grape just to break that up. I'm going to put that one here. And although my template shows a 4x6 and a 4x4 to go here, I chose 2 4x4s only because I have my titles. So look how gorgeous this title is. You can see all of my little pieces here, my snowflakes. These gems too, I don't think that they're available anymore. I absolutely love these, the two-tone sparkle gems. I have them in my stash, and look at those perfect colors to go with this layout. So I had to do that. I have some extra snowflakes. Let's see, we're going to play around. I layered the snowflakes. So Stampin' Up, we have 3 different snowflake dies and stamp sets. I used the Snowy Delights, so that's the big snowflake, the white one that I used, and that was on the card. And then I used the Snowflake Kisses dies for the smaller snowflakes for layering, along with the Delicate Pine dies. I actually used some of those as well, just to add some of the layers into the snowflakes. So you didn't watch me. I just took some mini glue dots, the micro dots, and just layered those on here. And my title is called Winter Bliss. I don't know how blissful it is. I was up in New York last week. But here you can see, I cut them up, but you can see that white in there and all of the different colors. So... So we're going to cross this over, and it's probably going to overlap on my picture, which I love things overlapping. And here's my E. So I'm going to bring this down a little bit and bring that up. So we're not covering their faces, but this is going to give me kind of a sense of where I should place my pictures down. I'm going to place them down first. I thought about popping these up, but I don't think so. I think I'm going to leave them flat. I do usually like dimension. I may pop up some of the snowflakes. So let's put these down. Hey, Maria, thank you. All right, so I'm going to cross over here a little bit and bring this here. Give it some space. And then again, I'm going to put this up a little bit above. I'm going to put that right there, line that up. And again, I matted all of these with either blueberry bushel or the gorgeous grape to bring in all of the color. So I do have, let me see here. I created this snowflake here. I wanted to put it up here and just add in that. All right, so let's put in our title. So what 3 colors do you think you will use? I'm curious to know. So with your creative activity, what are your 3 colors that you have in mind? Share them in the comments, and then we'll see if you do it. All right, just love, love, love how all of the different colors just blend in together. All right, so I'm trying to stand over this. So, hello, Michelle. Welcome. You're not too late. And again, you can always go back and watch from the beginning. But I am just putting down part of my title, which we ended up doing the brayer again and used some texture, adding texture. All right, I am just going to put some more adhesive down on my end there. All right. And again, the reason I use the silicone mat is it prevents any stickiness. So where is my R? Here's my R. I'm just going to add that. All right. So let's add some of the other snowflakes here. And I think, oh. All right. So we will do that. You know what? I'm going to pop these up. And I'm putting them just in the inside because I know I have enough layers that you're not going to really see. And it's white. I thought about doing the snowflakes with that textured technique too. But then I changed my mind. I figured the title was enough to do that. All right. Yeah, the letters, the alphabet dies, I think they're back due within the next week or so. So fingers crossed. But I did use the second letter in this one too on the next page. So love doing those 3 here. And then I'm just going to pop this up too, but I'm going to use a smaller. Oh, that would have been pretty too. On the back side of the Aurora paper, right? Let me see if I... Just give it some extra stability here. I'm not going to put one on every leaf though. All right, just add there. And then, like I said, these are absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to add those gems inside. Exciting news. I saw a sneak peek of the new products that are coming in, the new catalog in January. So again, if you've placed an order with me recently, you should automatically get a catalog shipped from me. So I may add some more over here, but let's get to the right side of our page. I'm thinking about also adding in some of these black glittery stars up in the air. actually I have these too. These I think are still available. These are hues of blue flowers, but they kind of look like snowflakes too. So, and again, it has all of the different colors. So, all right, let's get these pictures off to the side. And just again, I'm going to line these papers up and bring that over. All right, if I had my Versamats out, I could easily line them up, but I'm doing it this way instead. Now, a lot of times I just eyeball it anyways. All right, and then again, let's put that glitter strip right there. Again, leaving about a 1/2 inch. I'll bring back that template to show you guys what the original template looked like. Okay, so now again, I have these 4 pictures. So again, this is Blake having fun laying in the snow. I'm going to put that here. And as you can see, again, this is a 12 by 12, but I just cut that down. That's either 4 or 4 1/4. So I'm going to put that here. Him and his mom there. And then we'll add that there and here. Now this spot could be left for journaling. I'm going to let them do the journaling though, because she knows the location and stuff. I don't have that stuff. So let's get these pictures down. And then we're going to put the title and the rest of the snowflakes on and finish this project up. So let's see if here. Do I have anybody? All right, Michelle's going to do gray granite, old navy, and another lighter blue. Oh, I like that. All right. Do the Stampin' Up albums to put your layouts in. Yes, I do put my layouts in a Stampin' Up album. I have tons of layouts that don't have photos on them yet. So those also go into an album. Those go into a D-ring album. And then my other ones go into a regular album. All right. So, all right. So I haven't seen any other colors coming through to see what people are thinking about doing. The Happy Mail did go out, so you guys should be, those that won Happy Mail, because they're participating in the creating craft, you should be getting those within the next day or 2. All right, so I'm going to place that there. And here. So again, I'm going to bring this back in. So again, the stars are just an indication of where you can place embellishments. I put some up here. Its title here was showing down here. I chose to put it up there. And now I'm going to finish the title off here, and we're going to do the rest of the snowflakes and then see if we want to add more snowflakes since I have a ton of them. So I am going to do that one there and here. Do I have any more snowflakes? Oh, I know. Yep, so those are my snowflakes up here. Let's put some dimensionals on here. All right. Now, I love having the embellishments overlap on the photos as well, as long as it's not covering the object. It just adds more to it. All right. So again, I just pre-layered all of these different snowflakes. There, and then I take a mini and put this one here. Just to add some more dimension. All right, so the rest of the title is Bliss, Winter Bliss. So we're going to put that down here. And again, so I cut this out from the Aurora paper, for the backside of that paper. And the reason I just didn't do straight cardstock is because it's hard to see on these letters, but it does have a gradiated texture in that. So all right. Now, one of the things that I am regretting is when I cut these letters out, I did not put my double-sided adhesive, but again, here, and I'm starting with my middle letter here. And then I'm going to space it out. They're so delicate, these letters. So this is the Alphabet a la Mode die set. Again, this is another one of my favorites because it actually has multiple letters in it. So as you can see, it has 2 A's, 2 E's, 2 I's. So some of the common letters, 2 N's. So you're not having to do multiple cuts. I could just run it all through my die cutting machine at once. All right. Titles is something that I do kind of struggle with. I will go on Pinterest, Google it, and now that we have ChatGPT, I can go on to ChatGPT and say, hey, what's a good title for snowflake layout? And it comes up with tons of options. Many of the titles, I have to say though, are very, very long. And I am not one. I would rather have space more for my pictures. But hence, I don't mind overlapping either. So, all right. Come on, come on. All right, Winter Bliss it is. And now let's add some of these beautiful gems again onto this side here. I am using the big one, bigger size. We do have a smaller, but I might put the smaller ones around. Look at that bling. Okay, so I think I want to put I do have one small white snowflake. So I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe I'll do the blue with the white because I want to put it next to this title here. So let me get my little mini dots here. Oh, I here, I can put my foam tape on, dimensional. I don't want to put that on his face, but how cute is that? So what do you think? Should we add more bling to it or more snowflakes to it? I do have a couple more snowflakes. Could layer these, can layer these two up over here. Oh, I think I like it there. And then maybe we'll add one, another one down here. All right, decisions, but we don't want to make it too busy. All right, almost done. And of course we have to put bling on that too. And these are both the same size, so I'm just going to center that so they offset each other there. And all right, so we used all of those snowflakes up. I still have all of these other snowflakes to use. So I wouldn't be surprised if you see a card or something happening with these. I have to do something with them. Those are too many to let go to waste, right? All right, so here we go. Let's put this out there. What do you guys think? All right, so again, as a reminder, a couple of reminders. So for your create and craft this week, create a card or a layout choosing 3 colors. So this is a color challenge. My 3 colors here were Pretty Peacock, Gorgeous Grape, although I used for my inking the Highland Heather, and a Blueberry Bushel. So those are my 3 colors along with white or black. You can definitely add that. So you choose your 3 colors, share your colors, and I can't wait to see what you create for this color challenge. If you are watching this on YouTube, come and join me over at my Facebook group called Scrap and Roll, and I will share the template if you want to use this template for a layout. I'll share that with you guys. And then if you are watching it on Facebook right now and you are not part of my YouTube channel, I would love for you to subscribe, share with your friends, like, comment. All of that helps me grow my YouTube channel. And that's fairly new for me, so I would appreciate your help with that. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a great night. Have a crafty week, and I can't wait to see what you share. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.